Hi, so I'm going to start with the cockpit area. I've cut all the parts relevant to the cockpit, or all the parts that are available. I like to do this, clean them all up, and then that's one thing out of the way with. I've started to glue the back seat there, that comes in two pieces. We get the collective control column and this cyclic control column. Not badly detailed. What else? The rear of the seat, like a frame, that's one piece. Upper control panel, nicely detailed. We get the central control panels, two of those, nicely detailed again. And then we get the center console, which has a transparent part, which is going to be a nightmare really. Usually these come in two pieces. You'll get a plastic piece with holes in, and then you'll get a transparent part with the dials that'll fit through the holes. So I'm going to have to try and mask those glass dial pieces. Thanks. You get a, where do I put it now? You get a film with the dials on. The seat cushions, there's a bit of a pattern on there. And I think that's it. Oh, the rudder pedals. Now they will need some additional work, some pistons that'll go either side of the pedal, that attach to the pedal. And of course all that hydraulic piping that comes out of those units. You get an etch fret with the harnesses, not too bad. And I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to start painting all this lot up, because most of this cockpit's going to be black. The seat cushions will be grey, I think, or green, and the harnesses will be grey, or maybe black. It's all dark anyway, nothing very colourful going on in there. So I'll make a start on that. So let's make a start on gluing these pieces. Let that dry. So giving all the parts a quick wash to rinse of any grease and such like. There's 3 pinholes to fill in under there, not that we probably won't see anyway. I did the seam there as well, but once again I don't think that's going to be seen anyway, but just in case. So I've given everything a coat of black, all the parts that we saw previously. And then I've sealed them all in with a coat of varnish. Before I did that, on the front console, I ended up drilling all the dial lenses out. For the simple reason the quality of the lenses on the kit were terrible. They weren't crystal clear. I tried a bit of Johnson's clear on them. That didn't improve them at all. So I've drilled all the holes out. Added the various buttons. I'll show you the center console and the roof one. You can see I've added that baking paper either side as well. Not that you're going to see much of this top one at all. In fact, if you get away, I reckon we just paint it all black because of the angle it's at. We've got the film cut out with the white paint at the black. I don't know whether you can see that, but nice little glint there of the lenses. So that looks far better now with those lenses drilled out. You don't do that, you ain't going to see that detail from that film. I can guarantee it. What else? The seats. Luckily the kit supply photo etch of the harnesses. And what I do with them, as you can see here, I cut out the relevant section and then I heat it up. Don't make it white hot or glowing, just gentle heat till you start seeing that discoloration, as you can see there. Once that's done, they were cut out, and what that treatment does, it makes the harnesses more pliable, almost like lead. I put the seat cushions on the chair. This is before I painted it all. Tacked them in with some PVA glue, let that set, cut the harnesses out, and then bent them into position. All, how many is there? 8 of them. So they've all been bent in position. Once that was done, I can paint them then, and I ain't got any worry about the paint cracking or anything like that. They're already bent in position just to glue in. The seat cushions, I give them a flat colour of green, let that dry, and then a dry brush with like an olive green. Let that dry, and then I'll start messing around with some watercolour washes just to try and bring them to life. Give them that used look. That will then be sealed in with either satin or a gloss varnish. So we can start on this instrument panel. So I'm just going to let it dry and then touch up a few areas around here. So I finished painting the cushions. Just give them a dark green wash and then sealed them with some Vallejo satin varnish. Do the other one. I'll let them both dry. Come back and give the harnesses a wash, and there's a little U-shaped bracket that sits in between the harnesses there. I left it off because it's so fiddly, so fine, that I was guaranteed to break it or lose it. You'll see what I mean when I show the finished seats. So that's the seats finished now. I just gave them an enamel black wash around the harnesses. I'm a bit suspect about that, as you're looking at it, that right seat belt. I followed the instructions. I just don't know why it would tail off. I don't know, looks odd. Probably wrong, but there you go. So, I'm going to leave that all to dry now. So all the control sticks and what have you are all painted and weathered. So it's most of the everything. Yeah, so it's all done now. I've just got to do the rudder pedals. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking I've finished and something else pops its head up. So I've got those rudder pedals to do and to sort those out, because I do want to add or show some hydraulic lines. So I'll push on with that. Right, where do I start? I do wish I didn't have these grand ideas. Although initially I just thought it'd be easy just adding a couple of pistons. I had to show the pistons because I wanted to show the hydraulic lines. And this is reminding me, because as I'm going to explain in a minute, of fixing cars. You fix one problem and you find another. You fix that and you find another. It never ends, especially on old cars. Now, initially for the pipes, or the hydraulic lines should I say, I need a couple of bulkheads. If I can grab hold it. There'll be one there that sits on that front face. There'll be a few holes added in details. Also, if I can grab hold of it, two side pieces here. Lines will go into, the hydraulic lines. Which is okay, that's fine, I can live with that. See if I can explain it. So these are very generic, which is fine. It would have been nice to have some generic hydraulic lines with it, then it'd save me all this faff. These need splitting in two, and they connect to a bar further down. So you'll have like two upside down L shapes that connect to the rudder pedals, and then you'll have the two pistons that will connect to the same cylindrical bar. So what I need to do now is cut these and separate them. And the reason why I've got to do that is because the actual footrests that run, I wonder if I can show you on the kit, might be easier. So I don't know if you can see that. So those rudder pedals sit just above the footrests. Now I can't run the pistons through the rudder pedals, and that's what questioned me. Oh right, I've got a problem here. So I've got to come up with an idea now to make sure that nothing clashes, because of the way this is being moulded. All will become clear for you in YouTube land very soon, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna go away, leave it all alone and have a rethink, decide what to do then, see how much more work there is needed. We'll see. So many hours have passed, although for you it's just a few seconds, and of course in that time there's been a few changes from what I previously said. So you can see what was left of the kit parts, those two rudders, and the rest are just bits of plastic rod. The blue wire is from a small motor. So very generic, but at least I've got my hydraulic lines now. Here's the other one. These of course will be trimmed. I showed you previously a similar shape that goes underneath the console, I've had to extend these, and that piece of plastic card, I don't know whether I've got it now. No, it's gone. I've had to bin for the simple reason. So when you start looking at an area in detail because you're actually doing it, you realise all sorts of issues. This round here, when I was cross-referencing photographs, looks very shallow. To me, there should be a bit more space between the footrests or the floor and the bottom of the floor. So if you remember, I had that plate cut out, piece of plastic card. That's gone now for the simple reason. I'll do this without parts pinging everywhere. So I've had to take that plastic plate off that I cut out previously and bin that, if you can see that. For the simple reason, when I test fit the canopy, I have very little space. This is what I was saying a few seconds ago about it on the photographs having more depth under here. So I've had to use that recess there just to help me out, which was a good thing in the long run. So you can see roughly what we're going to look like. And then if I can pick this up without flinging everywhere, these will fit at the side like that. I won't push them in because the blue wires are getting in the way, but I shall drill either slots, maybe holes, 6 holes in there. Focus. For those blue wires to feed through somehow. So I've test fitted everything, all fits along with the glazed canopy. So all this, I've got clearance, all hunky-dory, all very happy. I've just got to paint it now. Once these have been painted and weathered, these along with the cockpit components, the seats, the console, all to one side, and then I will do a mass assembly once I come to gluing the canopy to the body. So I'm going to leave it here for now, for this stage, and I want to thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you for the next one.